Adeniyi Oluremi Oluwaseun. I'm the CEO of Xtarbol multimedia. When I mean multimedia, I mean everything that has to do with media, photography, videography, graphics, and under photography, event coverage, lifestyle, conceptual, anything that has to do with photography, I will basically do it in our studio here. The reason why I will need a staff is, as a photographer, you always be on the road, especially on weekends. Having a staff will aid in filling that gap. Someone will always be in the studio to attend to customers, to attend to clients, a new client or intending client, you understand? So I believe having a staff, 1 or 2 staff, will actually help and ease the workload. I started photography when I was a kid. Yeah, then we normally go around anytime we have an event with our cameras, what's it called, the camera then? The ones that you go to the lab to wash. So I started with those cameras, but I wasn't doing it professionally. I was doing more of like an hobby for me. I would say it wasn't an inspiration really, it was more of what I love doing. I find joy in taking people's pictures. The fact that you take people's pictures and they come back to you and be like, this is nice, I love this, I love this. Those are the things that actually inspired me into, I would say to go into photography really, because I've been doing more of artworks. I do designer's card, I do flyers, I do banners. Then there was no digital banners, it was more of you print, you cut stencil. So from there, I developed interest in photography because I covered my brother's wedding in 1999. I was not paid to do the job. I only had a camera with me. I was opportunity to have my daddy's camera with me, so I took the opportunity to just do the side, just take my brother's wedding and his wife. And after the whole wedding, I was not even called to show the pictures, but I took my time to go to the lab and watch those pictures. Till now, those pictures are still with my mom. I was not paid to do it, but the joy of taking someone's picture and seeing what you've done and people actually appreciate and love it, that actually helped me to put more effort into, let me just put it that way, to put more effort into photography. Having a studio now is something that has been in the pipeline since I started photography, so it has always been my dream. The few months I've spent in the studio, I realized that there are some things you can't do as a mobile photographer. There are some things you can't do in the comfort of your sitting room. It might be due to the space, it might be due to the, like you can see the setup right there because you have all this in your sitting room, especially if you are living in a flat. So it has always restricted me from doing a lot of things. So when I was able to get this, I felt okay, fine. This is, I've arrived and I can move from this point onward. I've never had a staff. I've always been solo, but as a photographer, I know as a photographer you have, I won't call it partnership, I'll call it more of you have your colleague that can actually call on anytime you are in a fix or you have an event that you need someone to actually be the second or the third photographer, you understand? The reason why I will need a staff is, as a photographer, you always be on the road, especially on weekends. If you have events, all your photo shoots, but all your jobs might not necessarily be in the studio. You will need to be outside, maybe for wedding, naming ceremony, burial, just name any event. So for your studio not to be locked up, because like someone said to me, you have to get to your studio very early in the morning because most times you always have new clients just passing by and they want to make inquiries. So having a staff will really aid in filling that gap. Someone will always be in the studio to attend to customers, to attend to clients, a new client or intending client, you understand? So that will actually help in a way of thinking less of who is coming to my studio today to book us. Definitely on getting to the studio, we'll actually meet someone there that will attend to the customer. So I believe having a staff, 1 or 2 staff will actually help and ease the workload. My younger self, I would say I will advise my younger self to have taken this profession seriously. from day one, I've always taken these things. Like, this is what I will do eventually once I quit my 9 to 5. But in life, you know, you can't just, in life there are so many things that comes as obstacles. Not everybody wants to see you grow. Not everybody wants to see you achieve. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. Push yourself. Push. I pushed. This what happened. I had to push. There are still people that said, okay, fine, I will assist in a way or the other, but I'm not waiting for anybody anymore. So my younger self will be like, okay, fine, go to the way, but just keep the dream alive. The dream, 8 years dream, is what is manifesting. This is just the beginning because I just started really. So I have other dreams. I have things I've written down that I need to work on, but it's just the starting point. So my younger self will still have to go through the same process. The only piece of advice I would like to give intending business owners or people that want to set up their own business is this. Have a plan, be focused, have a dream, be intentional about your dream, be intentional about what your goal and objective. You don't go into a business just because it's lucrative or your friends are into it as well. So you need to have a passion for whatever you want to venture into. Yeah, you need to have a passion for it, and you need to have a focus. You need to be focused about it. Don't give up on your dreams. Have a set objective. Be intentional about your goals, and don't be discouraged.